Let us solve this 16th one. Between 1 and 31, m numbers have been inserted in such a way that the resulting sequence is an AP. The ratio of 7th and m minus 1th numbers. So m numbers have been inserted. Out of those m numbers, 7th and m minus 1th numbers ratio is 5 is to 9. Find the value of m. So what I mean to say is there are two numbers 1 and 31. Between these two numbers, m numbers have been inserted like this: a1, a2, a3, and so on, an. So the resulting sequence is an AP. What is the number of terms of resulting sequence? It is m numbers that I have inserted plus two numbers that I already had. So total number of terms of this AP is m plus 2. Okay, and first term is 1. M plus 2th term is 31. What I mean is a m plus 2th term is 31. So I can write 31 equals first term plus m plus 2 minus 1 into the common difference d. So d will be equal to 31 minus 1, that is 30, divided by this, which is m plus 1. This will be my common difference. Okay, and first term I already know is 1. What I need to find is the ratio of 7th and m minus 1th numbers. Okay, so I need to find the ratio of this a7, and somewhere or here I'll have a m minus 1, right? So I need to find the ratio. I'm given the ratio of a7 is to a m minus 1 as m by 9, 5 by 9. So this is not the 7th term. If you look at this AP, this is the 8th term of my AP. Capital A subscript 7 is the 8th term of this AP, not the 7th, right? So what is this term? This is A plus first term plus this is 8th term. So I will write 8 minus 1 into the common difference, which is 30 by m plus 1 divided by 1 plus this is 7, right? So here it was 7 and it came out to be 7 here. So obviously it will come out to be m minus 1 here into 30 by m plus 1. If you are still surprised how I got m minus 1 here, see, this is mth term. This is not m minus 1th term because I started from 1 here, 1, 2, 3, but I've got this 1 here. So this is not m minus 1 term, m minus 1th term. This is mth term. That is why I have written m minus 1 here. Okay, and it is equal to 5 by 9. I hope you have got the idea that I want to convey. So now I will cross multiply. Let me write it as 1 plus 7 into 30 by m plus 1, and this as 1 plus m minus 1 into 30 by m plus 1, and it is equal to 5 by 9. Now if I cross multiply, this 9 will get multiplied here, so 9 plus 63 into 30 by m plus 1 will be equal to 5 plus 5 into m minus 1 into 30 by m plus 1. Okay, so 9 minus 5 will give me 4 here, and this 30 by m plus 1, if I take common, this will be 5m minus 5, 5m minus 5 minus this 63, right? And this m plus 1 I am multiplying here. So what I have is 4m plus 4 equals, this is 5m minus 68, right? So 30 I am multiplying inside. So 5m into 30 will be 150m, and this is minus 68 into 30. So let me write it as 30 into 68. Okay, and how many m do I have? if I take this 4m on the right hand side, I'll have 146m, and this will be 4 plus this 30 into 68. 4 plus 30 into 68. Now this is just the calculation and you can find value of m. Let me see using the calculator. I think this is simpler one, so let us not use the calculator, because 68 into 3 is something that I need to do. So 68 into 3. 3 8s are 24, 2, 3 6 are 18 plus 2 20. So this will be 2040, and it is 2044 on the right hand side. I think I have written the correct expression here. So m will be equal to 244 by 146. This is what you need to calculate. Just to verify the answer, I will use a calculator. So 14 should be your answer. M will be equal to 14. M will be equal to 14. This is what we had to find out. Okay, I have used the calculator just to give you the final answer. Otherwise, I would have left it here. Okay, so you don't have to use the calculator. You need to spend some time and calculate it manually. A man starts repaying a loan as first installment of rupees 100. If he increases the installment by rupees 5 every month, what amount will he pay in the 30th installment? So the first installment that he pays is 100, second that he pays is 105, third is 110, because he keeps on increasing every installment by 5 rupees, right? So this is how he will keep on increasing, and I need to find what amount he will pay in the 30th installment. So I need to find the amount paid in 30th installment, that is A30. I don't have to find the total amount that he has paid. I need to find only the 30th installment, that is A30, which is equal to A plus 30 minus 1 into D. So I need to find A plus 29D, out of which I have got A as 100, D as 5. So this is a very basic question. 100 plus 29 into 5 should be my answer. That is 100 plus 5 nines are 45, 10 plus 4, 145. So this is equal to 245. Rupees 245 will be paid in 30th installment. Okay, 245 is your answer. The difference between any two consecutive interior angles of a polygon is 5 degrees. If the smallest angle is 120 degrees, find the number of sides of the polygon. In case of polygons, if you carefully observe the polygons, let us say this is the n-sided polygon that I have, okay, like this. So the smallest interior angle is 120. What can I say about the exterior angle? Let us say this is the smallest interior angle, which is 120. Okay, what can I say about this exterior angle then? This will be equal to 60, and this interior angle is the smallest, so this will be the largest exterior angle. Why do I say that? Because this is the smallest interior angle, so the angle bigger than this, and these angles are two consecutive angles, are the difference between two consecutive angles is 5 degrees. So the next angle that I'll have is 125 degrees, because this is the smallest one, right? So if this is 125, what will be the exterior angle? This will be 55, right? This will be 55. So this is the largest exterior angle that I have, and this will keep on decreasing by 5 degrees. So this will become 50 and so on, right? This may not be the correct diagram, but this is to understand what is happening here with the angle. So if the statement that I wanted to make, let me make that statement now. The smallest interior angle is 120, so I can say the largest exterior angle is 60 degrees. Okay, the difference between any two consecutive angles is 5 degrees. So difference will be, or the common difference will be minus 5 degrees, because if I add minus 5 in 60, I will get the next angle, that is 55 degrees. Okay, what about the number of sides of polygon? I can find the number of sides because the sum of exterior angles of a polygon, sum of exterior angles should be equal to 360, right? If you add all these exterior angles, the total sum will be 360. Okay, so sum of exterior angles I know is 360. I just need to find number of those angles. So Sn is 360. I need to find n. I hope you have got the question. Otherwise, you can think about this question from the interior angle perspective also, but I am doing it from the exterior angle perspective. So the largest angle that I have is 60 degrees. Let it be my first term. What is the common difference? I am taking it as minus 5 degrees because this is the largest. Okay, I have got sum of n terms as 360 degrees. I need to find value of n. This is the question now. So this is n by 2 into twice of a plus n minus 1 into d, and this entire thing is equal to 360, right? So this is 60n and minus 5n squared by 2 plus 5n by 2 equals 360 degrees. Okay, you need to do this carefully so that we do not make any calculation mistake at least. So it can be written in standard form like this: 5n squared by 2. Okay, and this is minus 60n minus 5n by 2 plus 360 equals 0. Okay, this is the quadratic that will be formed. So 5n squared minus 120n minus 5n plus 720 equals 0. So this, the quadratic that I have is 5n square minus 125n plus 720 equals 0. This is the quadratic that I have, and fortunately I can take 5 as common. So n square minus 25n plus 144 equals 0. So 16 into 9 will be the factorization. So n square minus 16n minus 9n plus 144 will be equal to 0. So n will be either 16 or 9. Let me verify my answer. If n is 16, what will happen is, if I put n equal to 16 here, what will be the 16th angle? Okay, what will be A16? Corresponding to n equal to 16, if you see the angle, the largest angle that I took is 60 plus n if I take as 16, and d I know is minus 5 degrees. So what will be this value? 60, this is 15 into 5, that is 75. So minus 75, if you see the, it will come out to be a negative angle, which is not acceptable, right? Which is not possible. So the only acceptable answer will be n equal to 9. So this answer is rejected. This is the answer to this question. This was from the perspective of exterior angles. You can do this question in this way also, that you consider this as your first term. Common difference is 5 degrees, right? And you need to find number of sides of this polygon, right? So what is the sum of interior angles of a polygon? Think about a triangle first. The sum of interior angles is 180. Quadrilateral, sum of interior angles is 360 degrees, right? These two things we know. Why? Because I can create two triangles out of this. So if you see what is the formula for sum of interior angles, it is equal to n minus 2 into 180. So if n is 3, that is I have got a triangle, the sum is 3 minus 2, that is 1 into 180. And if I have got a quadrilateral, it is 2 into 180, right? Because a quadrilateral is two triangles. It can be divided into two triangles. If I have got a pentagon, I can divide it into three triangles. 1, 2, 3. So 5 minus 2 into 180 will be the sum, or 3 into 180. That is how the sum of interior angles works. So n minus 2 into 180, that is sum of n interior angles, will be equal to n by 2 twice of this a, so 240, plus n minus 1 into this 5. Again you will have a quadratic formed using this equation. When you solve that quadratic, you will get two answers, 16 and 9. 16 will not be acceptable. You can show that like I showed, and 9 will be the only acceptable answer.